Nobody saw what happened to you. Nobody asked how you were doing. You were used, then set aside, dismissed, forgotten. And the worst part, you started to believe that even God had moved on. But there was a woman in the desert who thought the exact same thing, and God called her by name. He sees you. He has always seen you. I was not the one they noticed. I was not the name they called. I was present in the background, never seen behind the wall. Every room I walked into now, I was always looking in. Never sure if I belonged there, never sure where I had been. But the God who finds the wanderer finds me in my desert too. He doesn't need a crowd to see me. One-on-one, he always knew. You thought he forgot you, but he never looked away. You thought you were invisible. He knew you by name today. Every moment no one saw you. Every night you cried alone. He was there in every desert, calling you his own. Genesis chapter 16. Hagar was not the main character in anyone's story. She was a servant, used then dismissed, sent into the wilderness with nothing, and she sat down and wept. And the angel of the Lord found her, not in a temple, not in a city, in the wilderness, by a spring of water. And the angel said, Hagar, servant of Sarai, where have you come from, and where are you going? He called her by name, not servant girl, not you there, Hagar. And then he said, I will increase your descendants so much that they will be too numerous to count. A promise to a servant in the wilderness, who thought no one had noticed. And she gave God a name that day, ELROI. The God who sees me, not the God who saw her eventually. The God who was watching the entire time. He sees you tonight, not eventually. Right now, in whatever wilderness you are sitting in, he already knows your name. Every prayer I sent to heaven felt like shouting at a wall. Every time I thought he'd answer, there was nothing there at all. But the God who found the servant in the place no one would go, it's the same God in my desert, saying, child, I see you so. You thought he forgot you, but he never looked away. He thought you were invisible. He knew you by name today. Every moment no one saw you. Every night you cried alone. He was there in every desert, calling you his own. Psalm 39:7-10 says, where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there, your hand will guide me. Even there. In the wilderness, even there. In the hospital room, even there. In the silence, even there. In the place no one else knows about, even there. There is no desert far enough to put you outside of his sight. Hagar called him ELROI, the God who sees. That is his name tonight. And he is looking right at you. I am not invisible to heaven. I am not forgotten where I stand. Every tear I thought went unnoticed. God was catching in his hand. Like Hagar in the desert, named and seen and called his own. I will walk out of this wilderness, knowing I was never alone. You thought he forgot you, but he never looked away. You thought you were invisible. He knew you by name today. Every moment no one saw you. Every night you cried alone. He was there in every desert, calling you his own. He sees you. He sees you. He has always known your name. You thought he forgot you, but he never looked away. Hagar named him ELROI, the God who sees. Whatever wilderness you're sitting in tonight, he is already there. He already knows your name. He never once looked away, not even for 1 second. You are never invisible to him. Not ever. Not ever. Not ever. The enemy wants you to fight your battles alone. Stay with us and keep hope high. Together, we are stronger. You woke up today feeling the weight of 1,000 battles. The enemy whispers that you are too tired, too weak, that you should just surrender. But you are not fighting flesh and blood. You are fighting principalities and powers in the unseen world. And God did not send you into this battlefield empty-handed. It is time to put on the armor of God. Oh, ha! We stand! Oh, ha! We hold! Stand my ground, the shadows fall. I hear the ancient battle call. The belt of truth around my waist. No lie of hell can take my place. The breastplate shining in the night. His righteousness will be my light. I feel the wind, I hear the sound. I will not give the enemy ground. The earth is shaking, the drums are loud, but I will never bow to the dark crowd. My strength is not my own today. The Lord of hosts has made the way. Armor of God, we hold the line. Through the fire and the darkest times, we march in faith, we feel no pain. We claim the victory in his name. Armor of God. My feet are shod with gospel peace. Where I step, the chaos will cease. I raise the shield of faith up high to catch the flaming arrows flying by. They strike the shield, but I stand tall with God inside. I will not fall. The fire fades, the smoke will clear. I am a warrior, I have no I draw the blade, the demons flee. The Lord of hosts is fighting for me. I draw the blade, the demons flee. The Lord of hosts is fighting for me. Stand firm, hold fast. The darkness will never last. Stand firm, hold fast. His word is a weapon forged in the past. The war is long, the night is cold, but I remember what I was told. 1,000 fall at my right hand, but by His grace I will take this land. The armor shines, the battle is won before the rising of the sun. Armor of God, we hold the line through the fire in the darkest times. We march in faith, we feel no pain. We claim the victory in His name. Armor of God, armor of God, we hold the line, we hold the line. Warrior, listen to me. The enemy wants you to fight alone tomorrow. He wants you to scroll away, lose this channel, and face your battles without your spiritual armor. Do not let that happen. Subscribe to Faith Warriors right now to build your daily arsenal. When you subscribe, you guarantee that whenever a battle rises, you will have the exact weapon you need to fight back. Hit subscribe. Join the army. Do not march alone. You survived something that was supposed to destroy you. The diagnosis, the betrayal, the loss. The season that took everything, and you are still here. But here's what no one talks about. Surviving is not the same as being free. You're still carrying the heat of what happened, still smelling like the smoke. But hear this. 3 men walked out of a furnace and didn't smell like smoke at all, because God was in there with them. He is in there with you. They turned the fire up 7 times. They thought the heat would be my end. They threw me in to break me down, but broke the chains I carried in. The thing they built to destroy me became the place where I was freed. Every flame that rose against me burned the rope, not burned me. I am not defined by the furnace. I am not the ash they thought I'd leave. The fire never had the final word. Only God speaks over me. The fire didn't finish you. It freed you from the chains. The fire didn't finish you. It burned away the weight. What they threw you in to break you broke the thing that held you back. The fire didn't finish you, and you will never smell like that. Daniel chapter 3. The furnace was so hot, it killed the soldiers who threw them in. And Nebuchadnezzar looked in and said, I see 4 men walking around in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the 4th looks like a son of the gods. They went bound. They came out unbound. The fire didn't destroy the men, it destroyed the ropes. And when they came out, not one hair was singed, not one thread of clothing burned. They didn't even smell like smoke. The fire had no power over them, because the 4th man was in there. Jesus was in the furnace with them, not watching from outside, not sending an angel, in there walking with them. Whatever burned you, whatever season felt like a furnace, he was in there with you. And what he walks through with you cannot consume you. You came out unbound. You just haven't seen it yet. Every scar I thought would mark me, every wound I thought would last, God was burning off the binding, turning future out of past. What I carried into the furnace was not what I carried out. God exchanged my chains for freedom in the fire of my doubt. The fire didn't finish you, it freed you from the chains. The fire didn't finish you, it burned away the weight. What they threw you in to break you broke the thing that held you back. The fire didn't finish you, and you will never smell like that. Isaiah 43:2 says, when you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze, not if when. God didn't promise you would never face the fire. He promised the fire would not consume you. There is a difference. Nebuchadnezzar expected ashes. He found 4 men walking. The enemy expected your destruction. He got your deliverance instead. You are not a survivor of the fire. You are a witness that the fire had no power over what God claimed. Walk out of this, and don't look back at the smoke. I will not wear the smell of smoke now. I will not carry what was burned. Every chain the fire melted was a lesson finally learned. For the God who walked in fire walks in every flame with me, and I come out of every furnace more unbound and more set free. The fire didn't finish you, it freed you from the chains. The fire didn't finish you, it burned away the weight. What they threw you in to break you broke the thing that held you back. The fire didn't finish you, and you will never smell like that. Didn't finish you. God was in the fire too. The fire didn't finish you. They went bound, they came out unbound. The fire burned the ropes, not the men. Whatever burned you, it burned the wrong thing. The thing that was holding you back, not you. You are still here, still standing, and you don't even smell like smoke. They told you to stop building. They mocked the work. They said the wall would never stand. They said you were wasting your time, and some nights you almost believed them. But hear this. Nehemiah built the wall of Jerusalem in 52 days, while his enemies watched. Because what God starts, no opposition can stop. Keep building. voices mocking. Every brick I tried to lay, every time I made some progress, someone tried to take it away. Every plan they tried to stop me, every threat they tried to send. But the God who gave the vision always carries it to the end. I will build with one hand working, one hand holding to the sword. I will not stop what God has started. I will finish for the Lord. What God starts, He finishes. What He builds will stand. What God starts, He finishes. It is written in His hand. Every voice that said abandon, every threat that said give in, cannot stop what God has started. What He starts, He will finish. Nehemiah chapter 4. The enemies of Israel heard that the wall was being rebuilt, and they mocked and they threatened and they said, what they are building. If even a fox climbed up on it, he would break down their wall of stones. They laughed, they threatened war, they tried to discourage, they tried to distract. And Nehemiah said, we prayed to our God and posted a guard day and night. He prayed and kept working. He didn't stop to answer every critic. He didn't stop to defend every accusation. He prayed and kept building. And the wall was finished in 52 days. And the Bible says, when all our enemies heard about this, all the surrounding nations were afraid and lost their self-confidence, because they realized that this work had been done with the help of our God. The enemies saw the finished wall and they knew God did this. Whatever they have been mocking you for, God is about to finish it. And when it's done, even your enemies will know it was God who built it. Every critic on the outside, every doubt that crept within, every night I almost quit. Now God said, pick the trowel up again. Not because the work was easy, not because the path was clear, but because the God who gave me vision said the finished wall is near. What God starts, He finishes. What He builds will stand. What God starts, He finishes. It is written in His hand. Every voice that said abandon, every threat that said give in, cannot stop what God has started. What He starts, He will finish. Philippians 1:6 says, He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Will carry it on, not might carry it on. Not if you do everything right, will carry it on. God doesn't start things He doesn't finish. He didn't start your story to leave it unfinished. He didn't give you that vision to let it die in the middle. He didn't bring you this far to abandon you here. What He started in you, He will finish. Keep building. I will build through every opposition. I will stand through every threat. I will finish what God started. I haven't seen the best part yet. Like Nehemiah, the rubble turning ruins into walls. I will build with God beside me, and the finished work will silence all. What God starts, He finishes. What He builds will stand. What God starts, He finishes. It is written in His hand. abandon. Every threat that's said given cannot stop what God has started. What he starts, he will finish. He finishes. He finishes what he started. He completes what God starts. He finishes, and the enemy will see. The war was finished in 52 days, and the enemies lost their confidence because they knew God did this. Whatever they have been mocking, whatever they said would never stand, God is about to finish it. Keep building. The wall is almost done. You are in the... You don't have to be strong anymore. I know how heavy the armor feels. I know you are fighting a battle in your mind that nobody else sees. You've been strong for everyone else. But right now, just breathe. Drop your sword. The maker of the heavens is stepping onto your battlefield. You've been the strong one, but your strength is gone. You hide the tears behind a warrior's face, but you are running on an empty grace. You fought the shadows, you survived the night, but now you're too exhausted just to fight. You don't have to carry this alone. The king is stepping down from his throne, so let it fall, the heavy shield you bear. The Lord of hosts has heard your silent prayer. Just close your eyes and let God fight. Step out the darkness, step into the light. The war is over, the victory is sealed. He is the Lord of this battlefield. Rest your soul, surrender the night. Just close your eyes and let God fight. Kyrie, Law, Bellum Sacrum, Holy War, Kyrie. That you wouldn't last, but holy fire is approaching fast. I hear the sound of angels on the way. The darkest night is turning into day. He stands before you with a flaming sword. The battle now belongs unto the Lord. You don't have to carry this alone. Stepping down from his shield you bear. The Lord of hosts has heard your silent prayer. Just close your eyes and let God fight. Step out the darkness, step into the light. The war is over, the victory is sealed. He is the Lord of this battlefield. Rest your soul, surrender the night. Just close your eyes and let God fight. The war is won. Rest now. You don't have to be strong anymore. I know how heavy the armor feels. I know you are fighting a battle in your mind that nobody else sees. You've been strong for everyone else. But right now, just breathe. Drop your sword. The maker of the heavens is stepping onto your battlefield. See you standing, barely holding on. You've been the strong one, but your strength is gone. You hide the tears behind a warrior's face, but you are running on an empty grace. You fought the shadows, you survived the night, but now you're too exhausted just to fight. You don't have to carry this alone. The king is stepping down from his throne, so let it fall. The heavy shield you bear, the Lord of hosts has heard your silent prayer. Just close your eyes and let God fight. Step out the darkness, step into the light. The war is over, the victory is sealed. He is the Lord of this battlefield. Rest your soul, surrender the night. Just close your eyes and let God fight. Kyrie! Bellum sacrum! Kyrie! Kyrie! The enemy whispered that you wouldn't last, but holy fire is approaching fast. I hear the sound of angels on the way. The darkest night is turning into day. He stands before you with a flaming sword. The battle now belongs unto the Lord. You don't have to carry this alone. The king is stepping down from his throne, so let it fall. The heavy shield you bear, the Lord of hosts has heard your silent prayer. Just close your eyes and let God fight. Step out the darkness, step into the light. The war is over, the victory is sealed. He is the Lord of this battlefield. Rest your soul, surrender the night. Just close your eyes and let something that doesn't make sense yet. You did everything right. You trusted God. You followed, and it still fell apart. And you are standing at the foot of a cross, wondering where the resurrection is. Mary stood there too. She didn't know Sunday was coming. She just stood there. And God saw every tear. None of them were wasted. I have stood at the foot of the cross now, where the story seemed to end, where the promise looked like failure, where the broken couldn't mend. Every tear I cried in silence, every question with no reply. But the God who watched from heaven counted every tear I cried. The cross looked like the ending, but Sunday was already planned. What felt like God had lost now was always in his hand. Your tears are not wasted. Not one drop hits the ground. Your tears are not wasted. God collects every sound. What feels like the ending, what feels like the grave. Your tears are not wasted. Sunday is already on the way. John chapter 19. Mary stood at the foot of the cross, watching her son die. She had carried the angel's words for 33 years. He will be great. He will be called the Son of the Most High. His kingdom will never end. And now she was watching him die. Nothing about that moment made sense. Nothing about that moment looked like the promise. She didn't know about Sunday. She just stood there and wept, and God saw every tear. Psalm 56:8 says, "You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book." Every tear Mary cried at the foot of that cross, God collected. Not one was wasted. Not one fell unnoticed. And on Sunday morning, every tear made sense. You are standing at a Friday right now. You don't know about your Sunday, but God does. And he has been collecting every tear. Not one is wasted. Sunday is coming. Every Friday has a Sunday. Every burial has a dawn. Every tomb that held the promise was the place the promise carried on. What looked like the final chapter, what looked like the story's end, was the moment God was writing the beginning of what he'd planned. Your tears are not wasted. Not one drop hits the ground. Your tears are not wasted. God collects every sound. What feels like the ending, what feels like the grave. Your tears are not wasted. Sunday is already on the way. Revelation 21:4 says, "He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain. He will wipe every tear." That means he kept everyone. You don't wipe tears that were never collected. God has been keeping every tear you cried, that you thought fell for nothing. Every tear over that relationship. Every tear over that diagnosis. Every tear over that door that closed. Every tear at that graveside. He kept them all, and he will wipe them all. Your tears are not wasted. Sunday is on its way. I will stand through every Friday. I will try Sunday, knowing God already paved the way. Like Mary at the cross now, holding on through what she couldn't see. I will trust the God of Sunday, who is coming back for me. Your tears are not wasted, not one drop hits the ground. Your tears are not wasted. God collects every sound. What feels like the ending, what feels like the grave. Your tears are not wasted. Sunday is already on the way. Not wasted, not wasted. God collected everyone. Your tears are not wasted. Sunday is already coming. Mary stood at the cross on Friday and didn't know about Sunday. You are standing at your Friday right now. You don't know about your Sunday yet, but God does, and He has been collecting every tear. Not one was wasted, not one fell unnoticed. Sunday is coming. Hold on. You want to go back to God, back to faith, back to the person you used to be. But the shame is louder than the hunger, and you keep thinking, after everything I did, after everywhere I went, after how far I ran, would He even want me back? The answer is in the parable. The father didn't wait inside. He was watching the road, and the moment he saw his son still far off, he ran. God is already running towards you. I have wasted what was given. I have spent what wasn't mine. I have fed on what was empty in a far and foreign shrine. Every choice I made led further. Every step took more away, till I sat among the ashes, wondering if grace still had a say. I don't deserve the Father's table. I don't deserve to wear His name. But I'm rising from the ashes, going back the way I came. He runs to the broken. He doesn't wait inside. He runs to the broken, arms open wide. Before the speech is finished, before the sorry said, He runs to the broken. He runs to me instead. Luke chapter 15. The son came to his senses in the middle of a pig pen, and he rehearsed his speech. Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. He had a whole speech prepared, a negotiation, because he couldn't imagine that grace would go further than employment. And while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and ran. The father ran. He didn't send a servant. He didn't wait at the door. He lifted his robe, which no dignified man did in that culture. And he ran down the road, and he threw his arms around him and kissed him. Before the speech, before the apology, before the son could say a word, the father was already holding him. That is your God tonight. You don't need to finish the speech. You don't need to have it all together. Just turn around. He is already running. Every step I took toward home now felt like walking into shame. But the shame was in my thinking, not in how the Father came. For before I found my language, before I found the words to say, He was running through the distance, throwing dignity away. he doesn't wait inside. He runs to the broken, arms open wide. Before the speech is finished, before the sorry said, he runs to the broken. He runs to me instead. Romans 5:8 says, "But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." While we were still sinners. Not after we got cleaned up, not after we had it together. While we were still in the pig pen, while we were still far off, while we were still rehearsing our apology speech, he was already running. The cross happened while you were still a long way off. Grace doesn't wait for you to deserve it. Grace runs toward you. Turn around! He is already running! I am rising from the ashes. I am done with the far country. I am turning toward the Father, who has never stopped pursuing me. Not a servant, not a stranger, but a servant, not a stranger, but a son and as his own, but a son and as his own. For the Father saw me coming and ran to bring me home. He runs to the broken, he doesn't wait inside. He runs to the broken, arms open wide. Before the speech is finished, before the sorry said, he runs to the broken. He runs to me instead. He runs, arms open, coming for me. He runs to the broken, and the broken are set free. The Father lifted his robe and ran. Before the Son could finish his speech, before the apology was complete, before anything was resolved, he ran. Whatever you've done, however far you've gone, however long you've been away, turn around. He is already running, and he is not slowing down. God made you a promise, and you believed it, and you waited, and you waited, and you waited, and now you are older than you were when he first spoke it. And the promise still hasn't come, and you wonder, did I misunderstand? Did I imagine it? Is it still standing? Abraham was 99 years old when God showed up and said, the promise is still standing. It is still standing for you too. I was younger when he promised. I was newer to the wait. Every season I kept trusting, every year was adding weight. And the mirror tells a story of the time that I have spent holding on to what was spoken, wondering what the waiting meant. But the promise doesn't age now. What God spoke does not expire. Time cannot erode what heaven set ablaze with holy fire. The promise is still standing after all these years. The promise is still standing through every doubt and every fear. What God spoke, he will accomplish. What he started will be done. The promise is still standing, and the promise cannot run. Genesis chapter 17. Abraham was 99 years old. 24 years had passed since God first made the promise. 24 years of waiting, 24 years of wondering, and God appeared to Abraham and said, I am God Almighty. Walk before me faithfully. I will confirm my covenant between me and you. And then he said, your wife Sarah will bear you a son at 99 after 24 years. God showed up and said, the promise is still standing. And Abraham fell face down, not in despair, in worship, because when God says, the promise is still standing, all you can do is fall down in awe. Is anything too hard for the Lord? The answer is no. Your promise is still standing. Even after all these years, even after all this waiting, God has not forgotten what he spoke. Not one word. Every year that's passed in silence, every season with no sign, I have laid the promise down now, picked it back up every time. Not because the wait was easy, not because I understood, but because the God who promised only promises the good. The promise is still standing after all these years. The promise is still standing through every doubt and every fear. What God spoke, he will accomplish. What he started will be done. The promise is still standing, and the promise cannot run. Numbers 23:19 says, God is not human that he should lie, not a human being that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill? The answer is no, he does not lie. He does not change his mind. He does not promise and walk away. Abraham waited 24 years, and God showed up at 99 and said, the promise is still standing. Your waiting is not evidence that God forgot. It is evidence that the appointed time has not yet come. And when it comes, nothing will be able to stop it. The promise is still standing. It has never moved. I will hold what God has spoken. I will not let go of it now. I don't need to see the timeline. I just need to trust the vow. Like Abraham at 99 now, falling down before the Lord. Not in doubt, but in amazement, God remembered every word. The promise is still standing after all these years. The promise is still standing through every doubt and every fear. What God spoke, he will accomplish. What he started will be done. The promise is still standing, and the promise cannot run. Still standing after all these years. Still standing. The promise is still standing. Promise. And it will not fall. Abraham was 99, and God showed up and said, the promise is still standing. Whatever he spoke to you, however many years ago, it is still standing. He has not forgotten one word, not one syllable, not one detail. The promise is still standing, and it always will be. Someone called you something that's stuck. Failure weak, too broken to be used. Not enough, never enough. And you repeated it so many times that you started to believe it was your name. But hear this. Gideon was called a mighty warrior while he was still hiding in fear. Peter was called the Rock before he denied Jesus 3 times. God names you by your destiny, not by your worst moment. You are not what they called you. I have worn the name they gave me like a weight around my neck. Every failure they reminded me of, every time I lost the bet. But the God who named the coward called him mighty to his face. Didn't wait for the performance, named him first, then gave the grace. I am not the sum of my failures, I am not the worst I've done. I am who God says I am now, named before the race is run. You are not what they called you, you are not what you've done. You are not the worst behind you, you are who God says you've become. Every name the enemy gave you, every label that you wore, falls apart before the truth now. You are not what they called you anymore. 2 men, 2 names, 2 moments. Judges chapter 6. Gideon was hiding in a winepress, threshing wheat in secret, afraid. And the angel said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Gideon said, "But I am the least. My family is the weakest. I am the least in my whole family." And God said, "I will be with you." He named him mighty warrior before he won a single battle, before he did anything worth celebrating, before the fear left. John chapter 1. Jesus looked at Simon, impulsive, unstable, inconsistent Simon, and said, "You will be called Cephas," which means Peter, which means rock. The man who would deny him 3 times, the man who would run when it mattered most. Jesus called him the Rock. Before the failure, before the denial, before any of it. Because God doesn't name you by your worst moment, He names you by your destiny. What has He been calling you that you keep refusing to answer to? Every time I fell and stumbled, every time I walked away, every time I wore the failure, God was calling me a different name. Not the name the enemy gave me, not the name that shame assigned, but the name that was already written before the world was formed in time. You are not what they called you, you are not what you've done. You are not the worst behind you, you are who God says you've become. Every name the enemy gave you, every label that you wore, falls apart before the truth now. You are not what they called you anymore. Isaiah 62:2 says, "You will be called by a new name that the mouth of the Lord will bestow." A new name. Not an improved version of the old name. A new one. God doesn't renovate shame, He replaces it. Gideon stopped being the hiding farmer the moment he answered to mighty warrior. Peter stopped being the denier the moment he answered to rock. The name God gives you is not based on your history. It is based on His plan, and His plan for you has never included the name. The enemy has been calling you. Answer to the name God gave you, not to the one shame gave you. No more hiding in the winepress, no more shrinking from the call, no more wearing what the enemy whispered at me through the wall, I am who God says I am now. Named before the battle came, like Gideon and like Peter, I will answer to his name. You are not what they called you. You are not what you've done. You are not the worst behind you. You are who God says you've become. Every name the enemy gave you, every label that you wore, falls apart before the truth now. You are not what they called you anymore. Not what they called you. Not what you've done. Not what you've done. You are who God says you've become. You are not what they called you anymore. Gideon answered to mighty warrior and led 300 men to victory. Peter answered to the rock and built the church that still stands today. Whatever they called you, whatever name shame gave you, that is not your name. God gave you a different one. Before you were born, before you failed, before any of it. Answer to that name tonight. It's the only one that was ever true. It is midnight. Not almost midnight, midnight. The darkest point of the darkest night of the hardest season you have ever faced. And you have nothing left. No strength, no words, no plan. Paul and Silas were in a Roman prison, beaten, chained midnight, and they sang. Not because the morning had come, because they knew it was coming. Morning is coming. It always comes. I have sat in chains at midnight, in the darkest of the dark. Every door that closed behind me, every wound inside my heart. And the night felt like it lasted longer than a night should last. But the God who splits the darkness never lets the midnight pass. I will praise before the morning, I will sing before the light, because the God who never sleeps now is already splitting night. Morning is coming. Morning is coming. Hold on through the midnight. Morning is coming. What feels like the longest night now has an end that God has planned. Morning is coming. It is already in his hand. Acts chapter 16. Paul and Silas had been beaten, severely flogged, thrown into the inner cell of a prison, their feet fastened in stocks, midnight. And the Bible says, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening. They sang at midnight, not because they had been released, not because the chains were gone, not because they could see the morning. They sang because they knew who held the morning. And suddenly, a violent earthquake shook the foundations. All the doors flew open. Everyone's chains came loose. God didn't wait for them to stop suffering before he moved. He moved in response to their praise. In the middle of the midnight, in the middle of the chains, your praise right now. In your midnight is shaking foundations you cannot see. Morning is coming, and your praise is bringing it faster. Every chain that held me down now, every door that locked me in, starts to shake when I start singing, when my praise begins again. Not because the night is over, not because I see the dawn, but because the God of midnight hears my song and carries on. Morning is coming, morning is coming, morning is coming, morning is coming. Hold on through the midnight. Morning is coming. What feels like the longest night now has an end that God has planned. Morning is coming, it is already in his hand. Psalm 35 says, weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Not might come in the morning, not could come in the morning, comes. It is a certainty, the morning always comes. Paul and Silas sang at midnight, and the earthquake came, the doors opened, the chains fell, and the jailer who was about to kill himself came to faith that night. God used their midnight praise to save a man's life. Your midnight is not wasted. Your praise in the dark is doing more than you can see. Morning is coming. It always comes, and when it does, you will see what your midnight praise accomplished. I will sing through every midnight, I will praise through every chain. I will lift my voice in darkness till the morning breaks again, like Paul and Silas singing in the prison in the night. I will praise before the morning, because my God controls the light. Morning is coming, morning is coming, morning is coming, morning is coming. Hold on through the midnight, morning is coming. What feels like the longest night now has an end that God has planned. Morning is coming, it is already in his hand. Morning, morning, God already planned the dawn. Morning is coming. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Paul and Silas sang at midnight, and the earthquake came. Whatever chains you are sitting in tonight, whatever prison this season has been, sing. Not because the morning is come, because it is coming. It always comes. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. And the morning is already on its way. Hold on, just a little longer. Morning is coming. Morning is coming.